go ahead. Questions for Matt Bockhorst.
You were letting your emotions show a lot Saturday. The fiery side of Matt Bockhorst. What was going on?
Well, it's an emotional game. I'm an emotional guy. I try to play the game the right way and play it with fire. And at the end of the day, everyone's got a job to do. And, you got to be held accountable when you don't do your job. If I don't do my job, I'm held accountable. And same goes for everyone else who's playing. So it is what it is. And whatever it takes to get that fire out of everybody, then that's what I'm going to do. And for me, it's kind of a burn the boats mentality. You know what? At this point, there's no going back. This is my last year, my last go-around, and I'm going to do what I have to do to get it out of everybody. And it's not about making friends, it's about winning games.
As Jordan was saying, that it's the little things to him that are kind of hurting the offensive line. It's the little details that don't show up in practice but are showing up in games. Is that what you see?
Yeah, I think there's a number of things you could point to. I think that there's also a lot of good things that happen. I think that this group, this offensive line, but this offense in general grew up a lot on Saturday because we weren't able to do what we wanted to do. And we had to go put our hand on the ground and win the game the old-fashioned way. And I know everyone's disappointed because it wasn't flashy or sexy or whatever everyone else wants it to be, but at the end of the day, we did what we had to do to win. And obviously Marcus Tate's in there as a true freshman. He's a young guy. He's got a lot to learn. He's going to be a very good player. And you know what? I'm not sure many other true freshmen could do what he's doing regardless of mistakes that he's making. So I'm going to take the guys that we have, and we're going to play the rest of the season and give it everything we have, and we're going to fix the things that need to be corrected. But other than that, I'm not too worried.
And in terms of the vocal sort of intangible in this offense, I guess, the leadership part, is this one of the quieter groups that you have been around since you have been?
I'm not really sure. I don't know. Each person has their own style, and not everyone is going to be like me, and that's a good thing. We don't need a bunch of people hooting and hollering and making up scene, but that's my style, and that's the way I play the game, and that's the way I've always played the game. And as an offensive lineman, I think that you have to bring that, because putting your hand in the dirt and run blocking somebody for 50 plays is not fun, but that's what your job is, and that's what you signed up for. So if you don't bring the fire, then I don't know how you're going to get through that. But as far as guys being quiet, I don't really know. It's just kind of, I know I try to just control what I control and be who I am.
DJ ran over a couple of people, and he got fired up. Did you like seeing that out of your quarterback?
Yeah, absolutely. Whether or not DJ is a quiet guy, he's still a competitor, and we all are. And I know we didn't put up the points that we wanted to put up last weekend, but dudes are out there competing and giving it all they had for the guys around them. And at that point, that's all we need, and that's all we have. So, you know what? I was very happy to see DJ get into it and show that emotion, because, like I said, football is an emotional game. And when you're being challenged on the sideline and being challenged in the locker room during the delay, you know what? You got to go out there and prove them wrong. And I think we responded well in the second half. There's a lot to clean up. I think that biggest thing is finishing drives. We left a lot of points out there. Obviously, 4th and 2, don't convert. Then DJ has the fumble there, and there's a lot of other things to be corrected as well. So we did put together drives, though. We had 3 drives over 12 plays and 6 drives over 8 plays, I believe. So it's not like we weren't moving the ball, but moving the ball doesn't really mean anything if you don't convert that into points.
Is there anything in particular that had you so fired up Saturday?
We only scored 7 points in the first half, and this offense has traditionally done a lot better than that. And so I know that there's a standard here. There's a standard that's been set by the guys before us, and we owe something to that standard. And I'm not going to relent on that, and I'm not going to let those guys down, because I know what they gave. The guys that came before us, I know what they sacrificed, and I know what that looks like. And I'm going to bring it out of everybody some way.
As a team leader, is it something where you say something today before the start of practice? Do you say something on Sunday? Do you or do you just let the coaches handle it from this point on?
I think that there's a time and place for everything. I think obviously during the game, bullets are flying. You don't really know truly what has gone on until you get the chance to watch the tape. And it's funny because a lot of people have opinions on things, but they don't really look at the tape. They just have an emotional reaction about what they perceive to be what happened during the play. But on Sunday, we take the chance to look at the tape to correct the things that need to be corrected, and come back in here on Monday and evaluate that, and then we close the book and move forward. And I'll tell you, if you look at the tape, it's really not that bad. But I think everyone's got this preconceived notion that it's just the offense is falling apart, that Coach Elliott needs to go, and DJ isn't this and isn't that, and those things are wrong. And we know that here, and we just have to keep doing what we need to do and continuing to improve, and we'll be just fine.
What frustrates you more, Matt, the execution issues or this narrative, or the narrative that you seem to be fired up about?
I mean, the narrative is going to be what it is. I mean, I'm an offensive lineman, and offensive linemen eat criticism for breakfast. I'm not really worried about the criticism. We here in this facility, we're inside out, and everything else is noise. But at the end of the day, we're here to get an education and win football games. And we're winning, yes, but we're cutting it close. And there's a standard, like I said, that has been set and needs to be met. So when we come and talk about execution, football, it's a game of execution. The scheme can only take you so far. And so we need to finish drives. We need to get all on the same page, get all the young guys on the same page, make sure the receivers are getting the signals, everything, all the little details it takes to be successful as an offense. That's what we need to improve.
DJ is obviously taking probably the majority of the criticism. What would you tell the people who are criticizing him that don't see him behind the scenes?
First off, we're all human, DJ included, so that's the biggest thing, and nobody's immune from mistakes. But, that kid comes in here and works as hard as anybody else, and his dedication and commitment and drive are unmatched. And I know that they see maybe a missed throw, or I know that there's throws from Saturday that DJ wants back, but DJ's improving, and DJ is a proven leader, and we have faith in DJ. I'll ride with 5 until it's over. I don't care. And so, you know what? If he's not doing as well as I think he should, then so be it. But I know that myself and the other guys around him, we've got the confidence in the world in him.